So all the care that usually gets done by separate companies or organizations, your health care, your medical care, your social service needs, and then your long-term care needs, which we still need to talk about what that means.
歡迎大家收睇由安樂居呈現嘅不老80。嗱，其實咧，2012年開始咗呢個嬰兒潮之後咧，咁啊好多一啲老人家咧就係需要一啲嘅唔同嘅服務。咁大家唔知有冇聽過好多啲老人服務要排隊啊，或者爆滿咁樣。咁今日咧就會講講究竟有啲咩方法，有啲咩機構開始喺另外一啲地方啊，開始一啲新嘅中心，可以幫助到當地嘅一啲長者喎。咁今日咧好高興咧就係請嚟灣區嘅安樂居嘅營運總監 Nicole Torres 同我哋傾傾喎。Hello Nicole.
Hi Raymond.
Thank you so much. Thanks for your time. Can you first introduce yourself and talk a little bit about your job in Onlock?
Yeah, sure. So again, my name is Nicole Torres. I'm Onlock's Chief Operating Officer. I'm an RN by education, and I've been with the organization for 24 years now.
We really want to know more about PACE program because Onlock, especially in the community, a lot of people understand that Onlock is serving the seniors in the communities, but still a lot of people, they don't really understand what Onlock PACE program can help the people in the community. Can you explain a little bit more about that?
Yeah, of course. Come September, we're going to be 55 years old.
Okay.
And to your point, there's still people who aren't as sure as what we do. And so when people ask, I often try to be as simple as possible. It's a nonprofit organization for older adults in the Bay Area. We serve 3 different counties, San Francisco, Santa Clara County, and Alameda. And our goal is to help the older adult with services as they age, wherever they're at. We have programs that are for seniors that deal with case management, that help them with food programs and nutrition. But we are well known for founding the PACE model, right, which stands for Program of All-Inclusive Care for the Elderly. That's a lot. Program of Inclusive Care for the Elderly. What does that actually mean?
Right.
So the simplest way to describe that is I usually ask people a question, which is, how do you get your health care now? And people say, I have a doctor and I go to this office. If I need my medications, then I go to CVS or I go to Walgreens. And if I have home care and I have home care needs, maybe I have IHSS, or maybe I ask my family member, or I don't have anybody. So I said, well, you know what? Onlock PACE does all of that together and under one company, under one organization. So a light kind of comes on and they said, oh, what do you mean? Tell me more. So all the care that usually gets done by separate companies or organizations, your health care, your medical care, your social service needs, and then your long-term care needs, which we still need to talk about what that means, that all gets coordinated together. So you as the senior and the older adult, and if you have family, don't have to do that on your own. But people often ask, what does long-term care mean? So long-term care, when people ask, simply put, is the things that you have to do, your activities of your daily living, your bathing, your grooming, taking your meds, dealing with money management, figuring out your transportation. That's what long-term care is. So if you take that and you combine it with your medical needs and your social needs, that's what the PACE model does.
Yeah, it's a lot of people actually, they need long-term care right now, especially starting on, I remember it's 2012, is the baby boomers. So it's a lot of like seniors, they are looking for long-term care or services.
Right.
And so what do you think, like the bigger challenges in the seniors care over the next 10 years?
Yeah. 10 years is a long time, to think about. But if we think out the 10 years and we look at the statistics, everyone knows that the older adult population is growing super fast.
Right.
Growing fast within the nation, going fast within the Bay Area, and certainly growing fast within the 3 regions that we serve. So all the more reason that we figure out how to coordinate care better, similarly to what Unlock PACE does. There's only going to be more issues with a few things: transportation needs, housing needs, coordinated healthcare, and financial management. And we already know that caregiving as a staffing resource is also very limited. And so when you combine all those things and you think about the frail older adult, one, how do they even get that care? And then how are they supposed to coordinate that care? So in the next 10 years, the healthcare system, as it's evolving, has to be able to address all of those needs in a more integrated way. And so that means you have to think about the older adults. You have to think about their health care, you have to think about their social needs, and you have to think about their long-term care as a full picture.
Right. And also some of the services, I cannot say some, but most of the services, I don't think AI can replace, right?
No,
like
certainly
especially
not.
the senior service.
Certainly not. And that is the talk of the town. AI, just like when the internet came and the cell phone, right? We weren't quite sure what to do with it. But humans are resilient, and so what did? We figured out how to adapt. And so AI in healthcare is the same thing. We have to think about how we can leverage it to improve healthcare so that it also creates more time for us to do what we do best in healthcare, which is still serve the high-touch nature of what we do. Of course, a robot, a chatbot, AI certainly can't replace.
Yeah, I'm sure like a lot of maybe AI or robot vendor, they approach maybe the senior service industry like to use their services. But you know, because I work for Unlock for a long time too, because I think some of the services is really like people like the human touch, right? Like interaction. That is very important.
Yeah, it's really important, and we also just have to blend. We have to blend the technology and the care. Oftentimes, there is a underrepresentation or a bias that older adults don't use technology. Just look up; they do.
Right.
Even in our own, our senior center and our PACE centers, there are many participant seniors who use technology. And so we just also have to acknowledge, how do we support the older adult as they use technology to also help them enhance the care that is being delivered to them.
Yeah, I saw some of our seniors, they learn the laptop, computer, tablet, you know, play the game.
Yeah,
you know,
they're more
stuff like
interested than they're more interested than we think, and we also need to be open to seeing what levels of technology can be used. We're a multi-generational, we're a multilingual, multicultural organization because we're serving the Bay Area. We could really use technology to help with interpretation, language, just for basic communication.
So now we'd like to talk about like Unlock, the expansion. Of course, you know, Unlock will have one more center in San Jose and one center in Union City. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Oh, I'm so excited to talk about that. For the last couple of years, we've been working hard as an organization and pulling in all of our different community partners to build these two new centers. In just about a week or two, we're going to be doing, you know, the grand opening with a lot of our community partners, but we've been in operations for the last several months. Those two new locations are in areas where we already have PACE centers and we provide. So why would we need another center? Because there's a lot of need. There's a lot of seniors who, one, need our care now and who will eventually need the care. So these two new locations, one at Union City and one in South San Jose, what's great about this, physically, they're over like 20,000 square feet. So that allows us more opportunity for programming. It allows more space for our participants to be able to engage with staff, engage with each other. And then it's also a nice visible signal to the community that we're here, that there's a community-based organization that is here to serve the seniors. And so when anyone has an opportunity to visit, you'll see we've integrated who we are as Unlock so that it's community, it's also modern, but we've created spaces so that allows for large group activity, and then it allows for small group activity, because we also have seniors, and we refer to them as participants, who have different needs. And so we had to respect all that diversity and then create a space that's going to allow them to feel comfortable, feel like they're at home, feel a sense of belonging, and also a sense of community.
So Union City and South San Jose.
Correct.
Right? Because of course, I work in the enrollment department. I heard a lot of people call in and inquire about the new center. So it's very big place, right? Can you tell us a little bit more, like, is it in the future, how many participants or not can accept it in those center?
Yeah. So what we're planning right now is for each location to serve at least 400 participants. And then as we get to learn more of the participants' needs, because some of the care will be done in the community as well as in their homes, along with in these centers. That's the beauty of the PACE program. Right now it starts off with 400 participants for each location, but the beauty of the program is the care can be done wherever the participant is at. So eventually with our growth, we hope to see, those numbers increase as more people learn about the program and are more engaged with knowing that we might have a service that's meeting their need.
Okay. So the last question I want to ask you, Nicole, is what is the one message you hope our audience to remember about Unlock PACE program?
Yeah. You don't have to age alone. And Unlock is an option for you to age with dignity and grace. You will only know what I mean if you pick up the phone and call. More importantly, it's an open door, so come and visit our locations.
Exactly. Especially some of them, they don't really know what kind of services they're looking for. They should ask. Like, you don't have to pay for it. You just ask the information to determine what kind of the services that they should looking for, or maybe their families members should looking for.
Yeah.
And thank you so much, Nicole. Thanks for your time to coming today.
Thank you.
I hope Unlock maybe in the future can have more centers to serve in the communities.
I agree.
Thank you.
Thank you.